Everybody, welcome.
Be nice.
Be nice.
What a week we've had.
Big week this week. You know, that whole World War III possibility. Lucky that didn't happen.
Yeah, we've just got, gosh, we love to whip it up, don't we? Us humans.
As a species.
Yeah, just whip it up. Oh, here it comes, World War III, yada yada. And it wasn't going to go anywhere near that, was it? And we just started thinking about what a waste of time that is. All the sort of the whipping up and the fear mongering and everybody getting into the drama and the gossip and looking to our leaders to do the right thing and feeling like, very often they don't do the right thing. And then we started thinking about ourselves and what we bring to it and how much we engage with that, and how when we do engage with it, it really lowers our vibration and it really helps us to disempower. We choose to disempower ourselves because they're going to do whatever they want to do. We put them in power. And then further to which we started thinking about, well, actually, maybe we're actually adding energy to it. We're fueling these ideas of negativity and putting ourselves into these positions of fear, and that's not helpful.
That's quite a big concept. It's a big concept you've raised there, because there's nothing wrong with raising awareness of a problem or someone acting inappropriately. God, we need that, otherwise no change is going to happen. So the difference is between raising something, or moaning or complaining or adding or judging or being negative when you don't have to be. You can be productive and positive. I think that's the issue. So, I don't want trees cut down where they don't need to be. I don't want war or a pervy
No?
I don't know, producer or something going on. But so it's right to raise awareness, but what you've got to do, I think, to go past the point of raising awareness of a problem is then to add a solution or take some positive constructive steps to make it better.
You see, it's quite easy to fall into the drama, isn't it? Because right now there's a helicopter above us, and there's an aspect of me that's thinking, oh, what's that helicopter doing flying above me? I mean, we're sort of living in this weird world where we think there's just drones. I do anyway.
Isn't that paranoia?
Perhaps that could be just paranoia. Yeah. That's just my drama background and my inclination towards the highly dramatic. But I did. What's that about? When I was a child, I didn't think, oh, a helicopter, they're probably listening in. I didn't think that. I do now.
Well, it's because they have the...
Because they do?
Yeah, I mean,
But hey, what are you going to do about that? Nothing. They'll do what they want to do, won't they? And so we'll do what we want to do. And that was sort of... Then... The next thing that happened in the week was the sort of the Harry and Meghan departure, and I think there was some less than positive responses to that.
I think,
wasn't there?
Yeah, I mean the thing is, right? Okay, the taxpayers pay for the monarchy, blah 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 blah, right? But unless you've been a kid who's been born into a matrix and a kind of institution and being told what to do and what to say and where to go, and your mother was killed in a tragic accident whilst being hounded by the press, and you went through a divorce which your parents were all over the papers, I don't think you've got any possible idea of that person's life, number one. And when your wife is being hounded by the press too, unjustifiably, I think you probably need to sort of imagine that you have no idea what that's like. So this guy's kind of changing his life with his wife to kind of find some love and find their own space. So why not be
nice?
Why not be nice, or why not say anything? Just be quiet.
You can't be nice. Shut up.
So, because you adding your thoughts to it, you can say what you want. I don't care, but you can be as opinionated as you want. But I don't know, man. Unless you've been in that situation, which I'm guessing you haven't, you might want to rethink about what you're putting out into the world and towards those people. But
any thought that isn't constructive, that's just basically be rude, having a laugh at somebody else's expense, this all sorts of stuff I've seen on my feed about whether Charles was his father, and just really horrible, just back off, be nice. Just go. If you can't be nice, shut up. Absolutely shut up. Do not be using their heartache as a way of you getting some sort of kick or something. It just isn't it. We've got to do better than that. We cannot expect the people who we have put in power to rule our world to behave well if we ourselves can't behave in the best possible, highest
That's quite interesting, that
way.
Because if you think about tax dodgers, it's like, you as an individual, are you like making sure that you're paying all your tax? Do you avoid? It's like the microcosm and the macrocosm are linked, So if you're being like a nasty influence and being negative, and then you're complaining about someone who's in power being nasty or negative, you need to have a look at yourself, because the microcosm and macrocosm exist in relation to each other, I think. And so, if you're going to have a moan, why not put something positive out into the airwaves? Why, instead of complaining about the world we live in? It's one thing raising awareness, but if you're going to be negative or just share sort of darkness,
fear-mongering,
why not transcend that,
or
transmute it and go, right, I'm going to take a proactive step into finding out what I can do. I read something the other day about this father and son who'd made 3,700 beehives, and they'd put them out across everywhere to create hives for bees, and so they're making a positive step. And I know another lady, a friend of a friend, who is planting trees all over the place. Can't quite remember where, but she's planting something like 2 million trees and got the villagers involved. Now, you may not be able to do those things because they're quite big things to do.
They are quite good big things, but by the time you've sort of, stomped about on Facebook complaining, you might have been able to get a crew of people or speak to your local garden centre and seeing if they got some trees and go and plant them. Go and covertly go out at night and plant them.
Or just
do something to contribute to climate change if climate change you think is a problem, which obviously there is something going on.
Or just share something positive, or don't infect the space with negativity, which is different from raising awareness. Okay, I'm not naive. Like, if something's going on that people need to hear about, then absolutely. But there's a point where that becomes where to kind of make it better, you've got to take an active step, whether that's within yourself. If you're overweight, you need to lose weight, right? You need to go for a run. If you've got some things you need to work out in your head, you need to go to a therapist to work them out. If you're going to like try and change the world to be better, you need to take a proactive step to make the world better. And it might not be a big thing, but I reckon the negativity about people that you don't know and will never know on Facebook is pretty like low, isn't it? Especially,
it's not it.
Yeah.
It's not it. We've got to do better.
Raise the game.
Got to raise our game, and we can do this. Just got to get on it. If you're looking for fun, have a game of Twister.
It's a good game, Twister.
Twister's a good game. Don't be bitching online. Have a game of Twister.
Although I've tell you, I used to fear Twister a bit when I was like a younger guy, because I was a big guy, and it was like, should we play Twister? I was like, oh, do we have to play Twister? I can only get to like the first. I can only do the first two things, and then it's a nightmare. Yeah, so there we go. I haven't played it for a while.
Let's play it tonight.
Yeah, sorry, I don't mean to sound a bit lectury.
Yeah, it's very intense weekend this weekend. There's feels there's a big energy in the air. But hey, I think change is coming, and I think we're all part of that change. So stop bitching about people.
I think that idea of
bitching about people you don't know.
Be the change you want to see. I think that's one of the most important truths anyone ever said. It's like, it's all right just kind of pointing out other people's faults and negativities, but what about you make some changes yourself, and also you kind of take a bit of a kind of positive approach to 2020 that isn't about being naive or burying your head under the sand, but what about like using your great potential and energy and resources to kind of do something good. How about that?
How about that?
How about that?
Yeah.
How about that?
How about that?
Love.
Let's do that.
Bye.